Hello everyone, my name is Sangeeta and welcome back to my channel. So this is like the seventh episode of digital painting using GIMP series, and though earlier I have covered mostly on how to use these tools and the different options that you get over here to make digital paintings, this one I want to cover on comics. So if you are not aware, I do create my original comics in the name of Ogeretla, and she is Ogeretla here. And I will put the link of my Instagram account for Ogeretla profile, and you would see this comics over there. And there is one more which is there on my website. So I will be using these two comics references and then show you how to create templates that you can use for making your own comics and stuff. So let's get into it. I'll show you the comics first. So this is like a vegan comics that I made, and you can read what the message that I want to convey. And the other one is Legacy. So this is like a comparatively bigger, comics, and if you want to read the whole thing, like what I wanted to convey with this, I'll leave the link of the manifesto that leads to my website where you can read the full comics there. So let's get into creating the templates, and I'll show you a few tricks that you can use to save a lot of time and all. So as usual, these two are the XCF files, which is why you can see the layers over here. Both vegan and legacy are opened in XCF, which is the file format for GIMP. So go ahead and create a new file. I'll do this with 1080 1080 and create this one. So since I am using Instagram as the primary platform where I upload my comics, which is why I keep the resolution to 1080 1080. But it is not limited to that. If you have other platforms where you upload your work, you're free to choose the dimensions and all that. It's just easier to explain it in this way. The whole idea is that you can just take the principles from here and then apply it into the comics that you would be making. So let's get into this vegan comics first and see what are the different elements over here. So you can see that the main character is obviously here, and the central point of the whole comics is this message. Oge, basically thinking about it, and there are some, picture plan sort of things which she is looking at and all. So other than that, if we navigate to this legacy here, where there is a new element in terms of Pingudi, which is another character, and Oge, and there is a different message over here, but few things remain the same. Like the heading is here, which is like central to the entire thing, which is also what you will see over here. You will also find that this box, which is common to both of it, and basically my signature over here where I give the copyrights and hashtag and all of it. So this is what I mean when I say that you can create your own comics templates. So the drawing that you are making may change over time, or you can just reuse a few things, but these are a few things that just remain the same and gives like more of a signature and like a clean look to this. So how do you reuse these things? So first of all, always save your files in the XCF format. That way all your layers are saved irrespective of the fact whether you import your comics in PNGs or JPEGs, whatever. So let's assume that I go over here, and I haven't saved the file yet, but you can obviously go ahead and save it first. And then I go here and drag and drop things. So let's say I want to take this box and just use it here, use it in the new comics. So you can see this layer called as the box copy over here. So just select that, then hold it, drag, and move it to this tab and just drop it. So you just have a square just like that, the way that you created over here. You do not need to go ahead and create a new square that I have demonstrated in how to create them in earlier tutorials that you can check it out. So this is the beauty of using layers and keeping the files in XCF format, that so that you can reuse the things, and you don't have to invest a lot of time creating the same things again and again. The same thing we can do it with the vegan thing. So just drag it, put it over here, and still basically leave it here. So you start to see that the layers are being created over here. So let's assume that I'll just randomly place it here and change the name to maybe, like, let's say space. We'll reduce the font size to 60, and now you can read it. So just like that, we have two different elements which are a part of your signature, which can be like a part of your signature for the comics that you create. Then again, like, going ahead and carrying the end signatures that I add over here with additional data. So it's up to you, like, what other information that you want to give over here. So I use the name of the comics, my copyright, the hashtag, and the my website address. So depending on what you want to portray over here, you can use the same tactics. So this is pretty much the template that I use. So if you have seen my comics, even if there are like multiple flips to a particular comic, this is what remains the same, because I primarily use it for Instagram. Now there can be like other comics where you do multiple paneling and stuffs like that. So that is completely up to the creator how they want to use this thing. So it's just a demonstration of how I use Ogeratla, and for you to take ideas and then implement it your own comics. Now comes the really interesting part. So as you can see, Ogeratla here is in a particular position. The table is over here, she's looking onto something, and if you see here, like, she looks almost exactly the same. So the same idea of taking this thing like the box and your signature and the name, you can also do that with these layers as well. So let's assume that I go over to Oge here, and let's check which one. Yeah, so basically it's these are both the same layers. So you can just take it, grab it, and put it over here, and place it like wherever you want to position your character. Now you see that I haven't finished the drawing yet, because as you see over here, there is a table, which again I can just take it and drop it over here. So in a way it saves a lot of your space, and let's assume that so this is just like one of the positions in which I have drawn Oge. I can create multiple variations of that, and depending on how I want to communicate the thing, I can just simply drag and drop and place them over here, and just create comics in a like really easily. So let's assume that I also want to use Pingudi for the new comic. So I can just go ahead and check which layer is Pingudi. So chat 1 is basically Pingudi. So you can actually name your layers better. So just drag, drop, put it over here, and yeah, so like there are issues with the rendering. So I can just move it, or I can just move the table to the top. So basically you can adjust things, and if you want, you can just redraw the whole or make some adjustments to Pingudi over here by using the brush and other tools. And so in a way you have like these two characters ready with you, and you just want to tweak a little bit and play around with the layers over here and see how this whole thing works. Now let's say if I wanted to add another element of the plant, I can just drag and drop and put it over here, assuming that this were a necessary component um, in this whole scenario. So the whole point of making this tutorial is that other than the basic structures which give a signature to your comics, like where you place your the name of your comics, or the signature, or the box, or the number of panels that you create, you can also do the same experiment with the characters that you have created so far. So this is one version of Oge. There are few other versions of Oge that I use depending on what context I want her expressions to be like. Sometimes I do have to create it from scratch. So this is just a handy tool that you can use and create multiple variations of expressions or positions, and then just use them over and over again instead of drawing them from the scratch. So this is all about the creating templates when it comes to comics, and saving time, and basically having much more to do with a smarter approach to creating comics when the demand is often high with your followers and stuff. So this basically concludes the whole series. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I also released an ebook on color theory while making the series. That wasn't the part of the plan, but glad I did that. So that video is featured in my channel. You can definitely check that. I will drop the links to the websites and the Ogeretla Comics Instagram page where I upload stuffs. You can also check that out. So this concludes the entire series for GIMP. There are obviously other more better tutorials which go into the detail of the tools that you can use. You are like free to check that. And in future I will be uploading some of my paintings, the work in progress, which I made both digitally as well as like using different traditional mediums. And I may cover more on artistic tools. I may go into Krita and maybe DaVinci Resolve. I think that would also be a good one. So this concludes this series, and thank you so much for following the channel so far. I hope you will do so in the future as well. So goodbye for now and take care.